Now, when we die, we don't go anywhere at first. We stay near familiar people and places and things until we get oriented to our new state of being. But once we are oriented, we learn that we can move around. So we learn that we don't have to stay at the funeral home. We can go home, or we don't have to stay at the hospital. You know, we have to figure out how to move. And then there are all kinds of energy levels that we participate in the afterlife. And I don't really think we have time to get into that today, except to say that ultimately our choice is to remain within the circle of life, which is to remain within the potential for another lifetime on earth. Now, we don't have to reincarnate. You know, we can accomplish our soul's mission without reincarnation. And reincarnation gets a really bad rap, but it is a choice that we can make. Or we make the choice to ascend, which is return to God's source. What we are as humans are energies that came out from God's source, and we've waved into manifestation and become a human on earth to complete our God-given intent. And once that intent is complete, we can go back to God's source. Now, there's good news and bad news with that too. Once we are completely merged back with God's source, we cease to know ourselves as anything separate from God. So, you know, some people who could ascend choose not to, choose to stay in the circle of life, and choose to, in a group, we usually work within groups, you know, in families, and come in and reincarnate in groups to accomplish certain things. So,
do you have like seances for people who? No, you don't.
No.
So if someone wanted you to do a reading for them, do they just contact you and
they can contact me through my website, which is...
Yeah, you better give it, because we're down to the last three.
I know,
the last 3
so
minutes. It went so fast. We got to have you back again.
It's howspiritworks.com.
Now, do you have other family members who are mediums that have the gift?
No, but when I told my mother that I was becoming a practicing psychic, she said, "Oh, your grandmother did that."
Oh my goodness!
Really? That's
Yes,
probably why she could contact you.
My maternal grandmother was a half Cherokee Indian, and she had the Aboriginal sense of see, we think of it as being a psychic, but in other cultures, I think that what I can do is actually part of our instinct as a human being. I don't think it's that unusual.
Now, do you see the person the way they looked in life?
Absolutely.
You do?
Yes. Yes, it's more visual for me than audio, my readings. But I work on the telephone now with my living clients, so they're right there when it's happening, and
oh gosh, we're down
fascinating
to
experience.
I know.
It went
Gretchen,
fast,
we're going to have to
Gretchen.
have you back, because I don't know about Mickey, but I've got many questions to ask. It's just such a fascinating subject.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's time we knew. It's time we knew.
time.
We can know what happens to
Right.
us. We can be prepared.
So I'm going to have you sign the guest book while I say
Okay.
goodbye to everyone, and
Wow.
we will definitely have you back, because
Okay.
we're down to
Great, thanks,
the
sweetie.
end. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you liked the subject matter today. And we will ask Gretchen to come back again, because the time really went so quickly. So goodbye for now, and thank you.